Oh my god. I think that only took like an hour. I got the flat fixed. I was too flustered to film it. It's I have the old tire in the bed, the truck bed. But I stopped, and this guy was kind of an ass because I was having trouble. I had never done it before by myself. I mean, I figured it out. Don't get me wrong.
Slight right.
But at one point I said, you can just go, and he said, no, I make sure you're all right. I don't know if he hated Washington people or he just, yeah, I don't know. I told him, I said, I'm not a pro at this. I had to figure it out.
Continue for 47 miles.
And I was asking him some questions like, you know, do I finish tightening it when it's on the ground or in the air? And because I don't know. I mean, I think it was on the ground, and it was on the ground, but yeah, and he kept saying, I got places to go. Like, don't stop. If you're going to be an ass, don't stop. Just keep driving. It was kind of annoying. And I thanked him multiple times. I don't know what his problem was. Like, he stopped out of guilt, basically, I think. He didn't want to stop. That's too bad. Because I would stop, and I would help figure it out if someone needed, you know, help. I wouldn't berate them. But enough of that. I'm just glad that I'm on the road again. I'm basically 60 miles from Winnemucca, 50 miles from Gerlach, and 55 miles from Highway 140. He said it would take 2 days for someone to come out here if I needed help. I don't believe that. I can't believe that. So I've had 2 flat tires in my life, and they've both been in Nevada. I need to get new tires when we get home. And I'm pretty sure it was the tire that was plugged, because I could tell, I felt where the air was coming out. I could hear it, and it was the heavy part of the tread, and there was nothing in it, and that's exactly where the flat was originally in that when I got my first flat. So my guess is the patch failed from all these rocks and bumps. It just finally failed. I don't think they last forever. But I'm gonna tell my wife we need new tires, and I was scared of that happening when we were pulling the trailer, honestly. I will get my new tires though now, for sure. And it was a slow leak because it was the patch that failed, I'm pretty sure. Like when I had that original flat 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, it was in like 5 seconds that all the air went out. This time I had time to drive half a mile, and I still had like 15 psi when I parked, and it probably took another 2, 3, 4 minutes to completely go to zero. Oh, so now I don't have a spare. So I'm thinking about driving to Winnemucca tomorrow, which is Saturday, and get 4 new tires if I can. I couldn't believe it. So I had cell phone service. The truck has cell phone service, and my phone is connected to it. And I get this text message, and I'm like, oh, it's my wife. No, it was Chevy Diagnostics telling me to check my tire. I mean, I could have waited a day or two if I had to. I had enough food and water. I could have camped there. It would not have been fun. But, you know, I could have done it if I had to. It's not like it was too hot. I think I have 7 beers left. Yeah, it wasn't a sidewall, and there was nothing sticking in the tire. I'm almost positive that if they look at that tire, they'll see it's been patched, and it's the patch that failed. I really hope so. So I'm right across from Sulphur, which I think is a gold mine. I'm not sure anyone's working there though. Honestly, don't know if it's still running, because I thought about trying to call it and get help if I couldn't figure this out. So I was proud of myself. I figured out where the jack point was, and I jacked the truck up. So basically the jack lifts the truck just enough to put the new tire on full of air and no more. And I don't have a piece of wood in case I wasn't level. I'm really lucky I had a good place to park and lie down on the ground and get under the car. So I'm gonna take it easy till I get to the highway, and then I'm gonna check the lug nuts, I think. Make sure they're tight still. Oh my God. So this video is Sulphur to Highway 140 to the north. Probably take me 2 hours to get there because I am going slow. I really don't want to get another flat because I don't have another spare. So it turns out my phone did not have service, only the truck had service. So when I turned the truck off and tried to make a phone call, it said emergency use only, which I think is 911 or something. So I turned the truck back on and I texted my wife. I said, hey, I'm gonna try and fix this. Because like I said, my first thought was, oh my God, call help, call for help. And then I'm thinking I could probably have it fixed before they get out here. Because it would take, even at the fastest, it would probably take 2, 3, 4 hours to get out here. It's a little nerve-wracking though when you know you don't have a spare after getting a flat. So I do need to, I don't want to get that tire fixed again. I want to get new tires, honestly. And luckily it's a Saturday and it's not Sunday or Monday yet, because Sunday they would be closed. And Saturday, or Monday, is a holiday. So I'm not even sure I could fit in. I'd probably have to beg. Smart thing is just go home, but I don't want to go home. I really don't. Or stay on the highways. I don't know if I want to do that either. And I had the tire pressure monitoring on the rough road, you know, just in case something happened, and I had switched it to the miles per hour, you know, thinking, oh, I'm fine, nothing's gonna happen. Sure enough, yeah, I should practice changing the tire. I mean, I don't know if I have to now because I did it. I had trouble, so I had the truck raised and I couldn't get the extender thing out of the jack. Well, the truck was in the air and I wonder if that was why. But I wanted to use it on the spare tire. Or no, I can't remember. I was just flustered, but I'll quit talking about that. So the other thing that sucks though now is my tire pressure monitoring system. I'm getting an error because the spare doesn't have that technology in it. And I wonder if that's something that screws off the nozzle. I should look at that. Basically, it's showing 0 air pressure for the right rear tire because I put the spare on. Actually, they charge like $10 to put those in, so it makes me think they're internal. But again, I don't know. I don't understand. had it flat on this road, someone would have had to help me. I'd be blocking the road. Flat also, because if you're on a slope you definitely would want to put your emergency brake on, but it was still scary. So right now, I'm only going 30 miles an hour. Oh, I should just go to Winnemucca and get a hotel room at this point. I might not find a place to camp until dark. I gotta quit harping. I'm sorry. This turned out to a bad day. I was having a great day too. Flat tires suck. First flat tire in Nevada, I ran over something because I heard it. It hit the wheel well. It was like a screwdriver or something big, you know. It put a hole in it, and then the tire spit it out, and it hit the wheel well, and there was a loud bang. This time there was nothing, and there was nothing in the tire, so that's why I'm pretty sure the patch failed. If you know how long a tire patch should work, let me know. I probably was stupid by not getting that tire replaced and, you know, keep using it. I don't know everything though, like I was trying to tell that guy, I'm not a genius in everything, and I will admit that. I know some people are, some people know everything. I don't know everything. It sucks. Sometimes it sucks, but I don't really care if I don't know everything. I do want to know how to help myself though. I think that's a useful skill. Alright, I'm gonna quit blabbering and think positive thoughts. Glad that there's the proper air pressure in that replacement tire. much straight west of Winnemucca at this point. With all these washboards, I can't imagine that patch didn't fail. It just, wore out and got vibrated to death. I bet it took 5 minutes to go from full to flat, which is a long time, I think, because I was driving for a good minute after I got the warning, and I think it had started losing air before I got the warning. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to talk about that. I want to say one more thing. I'm glad I had the previous flat, because I didn't even know where my jack was when I had the first flat, behind the passenger seat in the back. And I didn't have the maintenance book with me. I would never have found it, except I used OnStar to call my wife, and she looked in the book at home, and I forgot to put that vehicle maintenance book, or vehicle book, in the car. I need to do that. I keep it at home so I don't lose it, but which is stupid. Doesn't help me if it's at home. But I am thankful I had that first flat because of that. Rotate the jack enough so you could spin the handle when you raise and lower it. I should have moved it a few more degrees. I was kind of made it a little slower because the car was barely in the way. And I think I would have had an easier time getting it out, the mechanism out of the bottle jack, if I had it straight. I think that was my problem. I had a bend in it. I gotta say one more thing. So when the guy stopped and he said, "You all right?" And I got the tire off, the spare tire off, and I had the car tire off, and I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm good." And I said, and he was like, "Well, I'll stick around. I got stuff I can do." Like, so he was messing around with his camping stuff. He was camping. I hope he has a good weekend. Give him some good karma. He did stop. Because if I would have really needed help, I think he wanted me to learn. And I learned some. He was just annoyed. And I'm sorry. Alright, no more talking about it. I think I got PTSD from that flat tire. It's traumatic when you're by yourself and you're 50 miles from anywhere and Every road leading to you is gravel. There is no paved road in any direction to where I was. I don't know how to turn the tire pressure monitoring system off. I wish I could. It's really annoying. Thing just blinks. I got the spare tire off and I'm like, what the hell? There's a little mechanism on the end that holds it from falling. And I kept trying to unscrew it and it's like it doesn't unscrew. So then I'm like, alright, I had to prop the tire up on top of it. You know, take the weight off it and reach it. So then I finally figure out you fit it through the opening on the tire that goes on the axle. And then once you get the tire off, you raise it back up so it's not dangling and, you know, hitting everything as you're driving. And that's the part when I got my first flat tire. I didn't see how the guy did that because he took my tire off for me. He got the spare, and I gave him $60 for it. He was really nice. He didn't even ask for money. I gave it to him. The first guy was a local. I don't know if this guy was a local or a tourist. I couldn't. He had a special license plate, like from whatever state he was from. It wasn't the normal state license plate everyone gets. And I didn't make it a point to figure out where he's from. Didn't matter. I do thank all the local Nevadans though, because you probably see a lot of people broken down, and you guys are heroes. Oh, there's the antelope. Only one of them again. Oh my gosh, this could have happened in Washington. I could have been on some back Forest Service road. Literally like 20-30 miles from a highway. Leave your car there and you go back and it'll probably be stripped. I don't know if I should say that. But that's my warped sense of what could happen. Oh, another, wow, that's a big foul. Oh, I want to take that one fast. So that's all erosion from the rain runoff. So the dry lake bed, the same lake by the Burning Man town, Gerlach, is to my left still. It's so weird. You look at the tire pressure monitor, it says 36, 36, 36, and there's a dash. So you almost feel like you're driving on 3 tires. I think talking helps me take my mind off of having no spare too, so I apologize. very alone out here. Like if this ever happens to you, or if it's ever happened to you, let me know. Like, it's not a good feeling. I'm not sure anyone would drive down this road the rest of the day either, because it's 6:45. It's dark in 2 hours. I should try and call Les Schwab actually while I'm driving. Let me do that while I have cell service. Oh my god, washboards. Okay.
Please say address, place of interest, intersection, or contact. Name the place of interest nearby, or say change location.
Les Schwab, Winnemucca.
Okay, searching for Les Schwab nearby. I found it. Want to begin route guidance?
No.
Okay, to begin your route, use the go button.
Alright. Oh, jeez. I said no. Alright, I'm gonna pause this while I call them. No answer. I just realized it's 6:45 already. They've already closed. There's a nice camping spot right there, maybe. So it's 2 hours away. It has me going up this road and around on the highway.
Please say address, place of interest. Name the place of interest nearby, or say change location.
Winnemucca, Nevada.
Pardon?
Winnemucca.
Okay, searching for Winnemucca nearby. I'm finding more than one match. Please select manually from the display. Two flat tires in my life, they've both been in Nevada. What does that tell you? So basically the last trip I came down here flat tire. So both trips I've had down here in the last 2 years. Like I wasn't just passing, well, they were part of week-long trips both times. Sleep tonight. No more cell service.
OnStar now if I have trouble. You barely see these ruts from the erosion from the rain. They go right across the road. And I don't want to hit it hard. I don't want to have any more tire troubles. What I need to do is just go to Les Schwab and buy one tire that I know I can get in Washington. And if I have to use it, it'll be a mismatched. I don't think that's the end of the world, you know. At least I'll have a spare. Maybe I'll do that. They can sell me a tire no matter what. I don't need an appointment for that. That's probably what I'll do. I just want a tire. Oh, they would have to mount it actually, but I don't think that takes too long. I hope. I got a couple hours of things I can do on my laptop and tablet. So there's some gold mines coming up ahead, and on the right I believe, and I'm hoping there's some camping by them. They're like 10 miles south of the highway maybe. So the guy made a comment when I was almost done. He's like, that would have been a good YouTube video fixing the tire. And I didn't want to tell him that, yeah, I could have put it on my channel. I didn't even want him to know. It would have taken longer is why I didn't do it. Because I would be narrating and fixing and then narrating and then fixing. I thought it was pretty funny that he said that though. Oh my god, if you had a trailer on, it would be really hard to get the spare tire out because I don't know if you had room for the mechanism. If you had to take the trailer off, that would suck. It's a nice little horse/cow area. Looks like it's been abandoned, but you could probably camp there. The road is definitely a lot better now. It's pretty much normal gravel at this point. Here goes my plan of drinking beer tonight and relaxing. when you first get the tire pressure warning thing and you see on your screen it's going down, you don't want to believe it. You don't, like, in your mind is trying to say, no, this is not happening. But it is happening. It's kind of funny though, like what you go through. In your head. And you like try to use willpower to like say, no, this is not happening. And then you accept reality. If you've never had a flat tire in your life, you are lucky. I've had 2 now. And honestly, it's because of YouTube. I shouldn't say that. I do these trips for YouTube. Would I still be on these roads? I don't know. It is really easy just to stay home, but I like these trips, and I like making people happy that get to watch them. It gives me joy when you get joy. This is why full-time YouTubers don't do roads like this, though, because their whole life is in their vehicle. And I mean, they could wait days, you know, I guess, for a tow truck. It's like they have plenty of food and water, I'm sure, but they just don't want to deal with the hassle, I think. Oh my gosh, so our old RV, it didn't have a spare tire. You had to call for help. They made you. Because there was no place to put it. Oh my gosh, what is that? If you know what that animal was that just crossed the road right in front of us, it didn't really have a tail. It was very kind of short. Wow, it scared me. Say that my first flat, I think it was last fall when I did that trip. I need to look at that. It was when I went to Utah. Surely, unless that was a year and a half ago. Might have been a year and a half ago. Yeah, I think it was. I can't remember. basically, if I wouldn't have had my tires rotated just a week or two ago when I got the oil changed, it would have been my front left tire again. That went flat, because that's the one I had the patch. And when they rotate them, they go diagonally. And it was my right rear this time. It's so funny too, because when I got gas in Gerlach, I was talking to the guy and I said, wow, it's nice you have a shop here. And they might have just changed tires there. And he said it just reopened like 3 weeks ago. You know, I think it was closed during COVID, and then they didn't have anyone to work there. And it's pretty funny because then I get a flat tire. Wow, and this road gets muddy when it wet. There are some ruts. Jeez. Trying not to get caught in them. I turned a 4-wheel drive on. Wow, I would not want to have went through that when it was that wet. It sure does mess up the road, we'll say that. I'm gonna slow down. Wow. I need to be on this side. Seems better. I'm gonna put the 4-wheel drive high on, I think. Make sure I don't get stuck. That is a mess. Oh my gosh. Can't really avoid him here. Oh, I'm in it. In it to win it. I wonder if that was from yesterday. Because I'm getting a lot of dust. I don't think it was today. Oh, I don't like driving that close to the edge. I think I'm just gonna have to drive down the ruts. Oh, there's some cows. Hey, moo cows. Oh, the little baby's running again. They're so cute. I want a little baby cow as a pet. Except they poop. Their poop is nasty. Oh, he's like, what are you doing? Don't run into me. Don't run in front of me. They are so cute. Wow, I hope we don't have ruts for too much longer. It's not very fun. Just one more thing to be concerned with now. Wow, this was really deep here. Jeez. Whoever was in that was struggling, it looked like. Next time it rains, that's going to be a mess. If you have a passenger car, I don't think that'll be passable. I should just go to Winnemucca, get a hotel, or even just sleep at the Les Schwab in the parking lot. what? I can lay in the dirt, the sand. It's no big deal. Didn't bother me. Oh, that was a big bump. Short section, luckily. Surprised me. It's the first standing water I've seen in the ruts in the road. See if they have those self-sealing tires like they do have for bikes now. I don't know if that's such a thing for cars. So on bicycles, they you know, they're tubeless, the self-sealing ones, and that's basically when you get a flat, it has gunk inside of it, so it seals the hole, you know, automatically. And if you do lose any air before that happens, you know, they have you put that can stuff in. Well, I don't know if they have that for cars. It'd be neat if they did. I've heard using the gunk in a normal tire ruins the valve stem and the tire pressure sensor thing. A guy at Napa Auto Parts said he did not recommend it in a normal tire, but maybe they make tires specifically for that. I don't know. I'll have to research that. Oh, they got some rain here today though. It's wet. Tried to avoid a rock, and then I saw all the water on the right side. Yeah, I think that's from the storm that just moved through a few hours before I got here. Wow, yeah. feels pretty solid when you drive through it. I don't slow down though to find out if I would sink. Oh, I hope this memory card lasts until it gets dark. I think it says 38 minutes. It'll be close. Side of the loop is not as nice as the side I did this morning, for sure. Now I kind of wish I would have backtracked and did the more central road. If I would have got a flat on that one, oh my gosh, I would have been even more remote if it was way up in the mountains. Might have been a blessing I did this side. Oh, I'm getting hungry. My hands are dirty. I washed them good. Touching the dirty tires. Want to start carrying 2 spare tires, one under the truck and then lock one in the bed of the truck when I'm traveling. I think I do need to do that. Trip, I just leave it in the garage, the extra one, and I have my regular spare. If I go on a trip like this, then I have 2 spares. That'd probably be smart. surprised there's no camping areas along here. Not even places to pull off, really, and park. Wow, car is trying to get service. There's a big group of trees up ahead. If there's a place to camp by that and I have service, I might stop. No idea. Oh, no, I lost service. No idea where I was getting that phantom signal. Yeah, I think I figured it out. I'm gonna have 2 spare tires on trips like this. Because what's the chance of having 2 flat tires? I would hope not very often it would happen. Across the road. Oh. Yeah, this is rough. The road is rough here. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, I might need to get my shovel out. Alright, I got through it. I had to, when I turned my camera back on, it was repairing the file, so I had to, I didn't want to wait. Wow, some big ruts. I had to go to the far right, just like this one. Yeah, you don't want to hit those fast at night. You would do some damage. You'd probably break an axle or something. I can get my shovel out if I had to. I just don't want to take the time right now. That one was, the first one where I stopped was just barely manageable. Any deeper on the right side, and I would have had to get my shovel out. And fill it in. That's why it's nice to have a shovel. I mean, I have it to bury my waste, you know, when I go to the bathroom, but it helps to have it for the roads too. It's getting dark quick tonight. I do not want to be on this at dark. expect the eastern side of this loop to be this bad. I thought the mountain part would be worse, and it was better. This side was way worse than the west side loop. I have 16 miles to Leonard Creek Road. So I'm gonna drive until the video camera just stops because the memory card's full. Since I could literally stop the car when that happens. I don't have to worry about finding a place. Another water crossing. That would be awesome if Les Schwab could sell me a tire. So I would need one tire mounted, and then I would need to buy a tire and a rim. I don't know if I could do that on this trip. I don't know if they would have a rim that matches this truck. But I don't know if I care if it's a spare. I just need it to fit and work with this truck. That might be expensive though, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Section. Oh crap. This might be the worst section yet. Wow. That's true four-wheel driving right there. Even got splatter on the windshield. Well, that was exciting. Doesn't get any worse. Looks like the storms are leaving the area though. It's clear up ahead. I wish I would see a sign how far it is to the highway, because my truck navigation is just telling me to Leonard Creek Road. And I don't know how much farther to the highway after that. I hope it's not too far. I mean, where I broke down, it said 56 miles. I feel like I should be there soon. I've been driving a little over an hour. I mean, I wonder if Leonard Creek Road is another name for the highway. That's what I'm hoping. That would be awesome. I'm thinking worst case, I have another 10-15 miles after I get to Leonard Creek Road, which would make it about dark. Creek Road is to the right. That road is closed in the winter. So I think that goes straight east, it looks like, to Highway 95, I'm guessing. Oh wow, there's a big ranch house down here. The road's gotta get better. Yeah, this should be better now. Seems better. Seems more like a county road all of a sudden. Less rocks. And lots of gravel. definitely ready to be off this road. It's always something. Maybe tomorrow I will have a perfect night and day. I swear, the mountain range straight in front of me that's going perpendicular to the way I'm driving, I'm pretty sure that's Oregon. And I might have service. I do. Maybe. Not good enough for my weather app, it looks like. crickets were, I don't know what I would have done. Oh, that's just gross to think of. Like, I would have been laying in dead crickets and live crickets hopping around. It would have been disgusting. I mean, they were covering the road. I probably would have kept driving until I got to a clearing. Wow. How did they get a 15 mile per hour sign up right there? Oh, it's probably a good thing because there's some washout here. I don't want to. I was going to say the campground I stayed at last night, but that's out of my way by like 40, potentially 40 miles. Tempted just to sleep in the truck if I can't find a campground. That goes left, which is basically the road I wanted to be on originally, that loop road. And I was tempted to go down it, but it's just not worth it. I will save it for another trip. I'll do that loop. There's a bunch of old gold mines along it, and I think there were some camping areas. week. I will say that. It'll eat you up, and chew you up, and spit you out.
In a quarter mile, continue straight onto Leonard Creek Road.
Oh, this turns into Leonard Creek Road, I think.
Continue straight onto Leonard Creek Road.
Oh, wow. We have pavement.
Continue on Leonard Creek Road for 8 miles.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow. Alright, we are good. We are golden. I think we're going to go to Denaro Junction and see if there's a place we can just sleep. And that's to the right, and I think it might only be 10 or 15 miles. Worst case, we'll go to Winnemucca. Oh, dear. Antelope. That's the third one I've seen today. They've all been singles. For now to be back to pavement. Had to have been getting close. Denaro.
Oops, something went wrong with the connection. Try again.
Denaro. Denaro. Denaro.
Okay.
No, I don't want music. What? That was weird. Alright, we're just gonna drive there and see how long it takes. on 4G, I could camp somewhere here. Just don't know if I'm in the mood at this point. I really want to be close to Winnemucca as soon as Les Schwab opens. Oh, it's Denio.
Please say address, place of interest, intersection, or contact. Name the place of interest nearby, or say change location.
Denio.
Okay, searching for Denio nearby. I'm finding more than one match.
Oh, wow.
Please select manually from the display.
Denio Junction. It's in 30 miles here.
Guidance will start now.
So I'll have to change
Proceed
this.
4 miles on Leonard Creek Road.
I'll have to change this memory card before I get on the highway. I think it's gonna end any minute. It might be at 0. Usually it gets to 0 before it stops, and because it's not super accurate. I'll just wait till I get to the highway before I change it if it stops. And we'll miss 2 or 3 miles maybe. I don't want to stop in the middle of the road here. There's no place to pull over. Wait a second. I think I took the wrong road. I'm further down the highway than I thought. I'm actually close to Winnemucca.
Route guidance is now finished. Please say address, place of interest, okay. Please say address, place of okay. Please say address, place of interest, intersection, or contact.
Winnemucca.
Winnemucca, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, searching for the address. I'm finding more than one match.
Oh, gosh.
Please select manually from the display.
Only 53 miles from Winnemucca. Actually, no, 69 miles. I guess I didn't realize where I was.